Hello, we're back.
Hello.
I am. Can
You
I
are
say
who?
am I? Charlotte Baker, and you are who?
I am Daryl, and we are the Bakers.
Yeah, my honey. He's Daryl Baker. So it is Friday, and we are wrapping up the National Marriage Week Showcase. Woo! Yeah. As you know, we've been showcasing couples all week, actually since Sunday.
Yes.
And so we come again today with a couple. Who is it?
Robert and Pam George.
Woo! Let's give them a hand. They have been married 22 years.
Wow.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
That's good.
That's excellent.
So I'm going to start with Pam. She gave us some words of wisdom.
Yes.
So just listen so you can kind of glean from what she said. So she said, yes, she married a wonderful man, a man after God's own heart. And she is still in love with him today. Think about that. Can you say that about your spouse? She says they have been on this journey called the Book of Life. Okay? And in this book of life, this journey, the book of life, there's been some steep mountains and some tough terrains, but they never gave up. And she said, what you need to think about as a couple, you need to think about reevaluating, recommitting, and reestablishing your covenant. The one that you made when you were at the altar, or if you did a quick wedding, whatever the case may be, when you said, I do and I will. So she wants you to think about that. And most of all, she says, keep your eyes centered on God. And make sure you always redirect and reset your course if you feel you've gotten off course. So let me say it again. I'm going to ask Honey what he thinks about that. So she says she's still in love.
Yes.
She values her relationship with her husband. She realizes he's a godly man, a wonderful man. Can you say that about your spouse? Again, I repeat. And she termed marriages a book of life journey. I like that. And in this journey, it's going to be different things. Ups, downs, round the corners, up and down. But the key is never give up. So, never give up.
Never give up.
The 3 R's: reevaluate, recommit, reestablish. Keep God as the center and redirect if you do feel you're getting off course. So what do you think about that?
Wow, that's a lot.
That's why I repeated it, because it's good.
Yes, it's absolutely good. Welcome, Brian, and thank you for joining us this evening. And so, when we're talking about reevaluating, is that the point first? Reevaluating?
Yeah, it's fine. Wherever you want to start. Wherever stuck out to you.
All right, reevaluating and recommit, and also reestablishing. That's very, 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 very important, because of the fact that when you see yourself getting off course, you're getting off track, or maybe you had some type of event that taken place in your life, in your marriage, and that caused you to lose focus. And so when you reevaluate in a situation, now you have to take introspection. You have to look at yourself. What is it that I've done to get us to this place? Or what have I changed that caused us to get off track a little bit? So now when you're reevaluating, you're taking a look at the inward man, right? Now you got to recommit. Okay, so now you got off course, and so now you're recommitting to the track that what you were once on, right? So now you've got to get back on track and recommit that, and then reestablishing the original plan and the original reason why you've gotten married, the original reason why you've come to this place and have joined forces and have come together as a man and as a woman, as a husband and as a wife. So therefore now you are really redirecting and re-steering and getting back on the proper track, and that proper track is the road of success.
That's good. So what did Robert have to say, her husband?
Oh, Robert, he has quite a bit to say as well. And he said 22 years ago, a mutual friend basically have invited Pam to an event in which he have also attended. And so he did not realize it then, but he realized it now that it was a divine meeting.
Aww.
And so he said there was no great bells or no fire basically that taking place or nothing like that. There was nothing, that sparked or maybe fireworks that went off, but it was just a small, still voice, and you have to kind of know Robert, and that small, still voice said, "Hello." And so he recognized and really he saw her into beauty before he really understood and saw her physical beauty. So that right there spoke volumes to me, because of the fact that apparently Pam had a lot going on. If he recognized her inner beauty, right? So that means that he had an opportunity to speak with her, and she had an opportunity to respond and to give him some insight and place a lot on his mind. Okay, it wasn't all about the physical beauty, but it was all about what the inward character spoke. So the inner character spoken to him, and so they went on this journey, and it's called the forever journey. So they still yet on this forever journey. So so she's part of his life. She is his life partner and also his soulmate. And so how many people can say that my wife is my life partner and my soulmate? That means that she helped completes him and helped make him who he is today, because if they're soulmate, that means that they are coming together, and they basically have mended so together that she's a great part of his life. And so now she's a wonderful wife, a loving wife, and also a phenomenal mother and friend. And so one advice that he would like to give to you is that if you seek, you will find, and you will always look for the very best in your spouse. Always look for the very best in your spouse, and your life will be blessed. What do you think about that?
Well, that was a lot. That was a mouthful. I like that he complimented his wife. After 22 years, he complimented his wife. He expressed his feelings. And I'm wondering out there, are there any husbands, do you do that on a regular basis where you compliment your wife and you tell her how important she is to you? I think that's some of the things you can glean from this, that whether it's the husband or the wife, that you need to talk to your spouse and tell them how important they are to you. And in particular, he said that her inner beauty is what attracted him. And obviously that's still the same. That means, as Daryl was saying, her character, how she acts, how she carries herself, obviously that's still very, very important. So I think that's great. And that he calls her a wonderful, loving wife and mother. And even when he talks about her being a soulmate. Now, I know some people may, have a different perspective about soulmates. Some people say, well, that can't be your soulmate. Well, listen, all we're saying is that if we are as one, right? If we are as one, that we're in sync. That's really all it means. I've even heard of someone that wrote a book saying, I'm not going to say who it is, but they wrote a book saying, if somebody said, you complete me, you better run another way. But that may have to do with another issue. But I think it's okay to say that. Now, when you say someone completes you, this is what Daryl was saying, his paraphrase, that someone completes you. It's not saying you're totally, you can't do anything on your own. It shouldn't be that way. And that you're completely mindless without them. That's not what it means. It's just another endearing way that Daryl was interpreting what Robert was saying, that when you get together with the right godly person, there should be this commonality, this comfort, right? This comfort of being with them. And so you'll start to feel those things about, souls are intertwined. sometimes you'll start finishing each other's sentences. We've done that.
That's
or
true.
Thoughts. Because the more time you spend together, the more you kind of get to know that person, especially after 22 years. I would assume they know each other pretty well.
And your communication become more intimate. It's not just the intimacy physically,
yes,
but it's the mental, capacity and intimacy that you're really loving and enjoying the conversation and the minds of one another. And so now you're making the love of the minds that you're really, really feeling that individual, understanding that person, and really desire to continuously to be in that person's presence. Okay.
Yes.
And so it's like I had asked my wife, or there was a thought that came to me, and can I live without my wife? All right. And I mentioned that to you as well. You remember?
You did.
Right?
Interesting answer he's going to give.
And I said, I can live without her, but I don't want to.
Wow.
I choose not to because of the fact that she's such a great part of my life. I enjoy her. She's a great mother. She's a great wife. She's family oriented, and she is very, very sincere. And whatever she does, she put her heart into it, and you really, really do. And I really appreciate you, and I truly, truly love you.
See, this is taking a twist, guys. He started talking about us, but back to Robert. Thank you.
Back
I
to
love
Robert.
You too.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Back to Robert and Pam. And
Yes.
they're good friends of ours.
Yes.
And we've known them for a number of years. And they are sincere. They are
Yes.
sincere about one
Yes.
another, sincere about life. And that's important. So you want to surround yourself
Yes.
with individuals that can that you have some type of agreement with, that you're able to walk together. How can two walk together except they be agreed?
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so we have great fellowship. So it's
yeah,
wonderful.
they had a lot to say. So let's do a recap, and then we're going to close this out. So first of all, remember what she said. She's still in love. Are you still in love with your spouse? Think about it. Don't have to answer it right now. Have you experienced things but you never gave up? Think about it. Have you taken time to reevaluate, recommit, reestablish your relationship if you felt it was veering off course? Those are questions you need to think about. And that's one of the reasons why we really wanted to have other couples to give their views and words of wisdom, because we want you guys to think about it. Are these things important to you? And then Robert, again, I love the way he complimented. He thought about all the years they've been together, her different aspects in the marriage, as wife, as friend, as mother. That's very important.
Her inner beauty,
yes.
that surpassed her physical beauty.
So
and
you
the
need
forever,
to,
and also the forever journey.
Yes.
Forever journey. I mean, that right there. That's huge, isn't it?
Yes. So you need to think about it in context to your relationship. That's why we're repeating it. Think about how you feel about your spouse. Okay. So we want to again congratulate
the Georges. Yes.
The Georges.
22 years of marriage.
22 years of marriage.
And still
That's
going
wonderful.
strong.
And still going strong. That's awesome. And so we're just going to end on a smooth note. You see, it's a Friday night. It's a good night to be with your honey and to enjoy the weekend coming up. So tomorrow is our last night for now for showcasing couples. We have another couple that submitted something. So we're going to be showcasing our last couple. But what's really exciting, so I'm getting excited now. We're going to be doing a short series on what, honey? Can you guess? We're going to have some wives do a Facebook Live series with us. Yay!
Oh, okay. Yes.
To give some tips for wives and also for single ladies. Woo! And then guess what? We're going to what?
We're going to do another series as well for men. We're going to grab a couple of my brothers, basically. And what we really want to do is highlight, so give it.
Let's keep it a surprise.
Yeah, we're going to highlight some things
Yes.
that's very, very important
Surprise.
for building,
Yes.
relationships at another level.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
And that's all we're going to tell you.
and
That's just a snippet.
Yeah, that's just a snippet. And I think it's very, very exciting. I think it's something that's needed. I think it's something that many, many men and your sisters
women, yeah,
can actually glean from and to begin to build at another level. So
that's coming soon.
It's going to be awesome, guys. It's going to
Yes.
be awesome. So we look forward to that. And
So keep looking at our blog for updates on that. www.enrichingyourmarriageblog.wordpress.com. You can check there for updates when we're going to start that series. And again, tomorrow we'll do our last couple for now. I don't know. We may pick this challenge up again at some
Yeah,
point.
we
You
may
just never
continue
know.
to
Because I
do
think
it.
it's important to encourage, as we've been saying all week, encourage couples to do something different. If they feel their marriage is stale or if they feel it's stagnant, maybe these words of wisdom this week can help you. You can shift your thinking, shift your actions, and do something different. Okay? So I think that's about it.
one more thing. I got one
more thing.
One more thing. Okay. And also, I think it's also encouraging for those that are not married but desire to get married, and then to see that there are some successful marriages that's taking place, in God's presence, in the household of the Lord, and being able to extend that and helping individuals to give them hope and to recognize that husbands and wives are still yet holding it down and doing it God's way. So
Cool.
that's a blessing.
I know that you want to preach that. I know. But we're going to end it there.
Yes.
So enjoy your night. We'll see you tomorrow
Yes.
to showcase our final couple for now. And we hope you have a good night.
Yes.
Anything else? Good night, good night, good night.
Good night, good night, good night. But guess what? Once again,
Peace. It wouldn't be the same if we didn't do peace. Take care.